Are you ready now?
Yeah, you are live.
Hey, welcome everyone. Good afternoon. Welcome to today's event. I'm happy to welcome you here, and thanks for creating time to leave every other thing you've been doing to be present at this particular event. Well, the event is all about power up your business with Microsoft Power Platform and a launch day. The next slide tells us a little bit more about our user group. That tells you that this user group is about Nigeria Power Platform or your user group. Well, I'm pretty much sure that there are perhaps some who are streaming outside Oyo. If you are very much interested in having a user group as well, you can consult Wale Yusuf at the end of this event so as for you to know how exactly you could have your own user group set up in your various locations or your various states. The next slide tells you a little bit more about what we are all about. It tells us to help us see that this particular user group is not just for experts. It's a little bit more about those who have IT background. We have students among us. We also have those who are beginners when it comes to the Power Platform and about data analytics. I, for one, am a beginner myself, and I'm glad to welcome you to this very event. So you might sometimes wonder or ask yourself, I do not have a background in IT knowledge, neither do I have any background, or neither do I know anything about the tech world. Well, I'm happy to tell you that you don't need to have any background in any of those. All you need to do is show interest. I will take you through the beautiful and exciting world of data itself and how exactly Microsoft Power Platform can help you grow your business or your career. Next slide. That shows us the next one. The next slide also tells us about what we all entail. The next slide. It tells us a little bit more about what our user group entails. It entails, or the activities that we'll be carrying out, covers a quarterly meetup, an analytics made simple. Perhaps you're wondering, how exactly can I grow my business? Or how exactly can I advance my career? If you don't know, now I'm letting you know that we live in a world where technology is a thing that people get scared of. And what I mean get scared of, you hear people say sometimes that in the next future or in the nearest future, the tech world will take over everything. But then, does that mean you can't position yourself for that future? Yes, you can. And that's exactly why we'll also be telling you a little bit more about how data analytics can be made simple. How about the Power Up Saturday? That will take place, usually, it will happen every once in 2 months. So that will take place physically in Ibadan. Like I said, if you're interested in having such a setup or such a Saturday event take place in your various states, please consult Wale Yusuf at the end of this event. Then there's also going to be a regular support for our chat group. If you've not been added to the chat group already, please, at the end of this event also, please reach out to Wale Yusuf. It will definitely send you links on how you could join this particular chat group. But before further ado, I also want to let you guys know that this event will cover a little bit more about the Power Platform, which entails the Power BI, which is business intelligence. It will tell us a little bit more about the Power Apps, Power Automate, Power Virtual Agents, Excel, and data analytics as a whole. And if you're looking for any of this, you're definitely in the right place. Before I go on, I want to use this opportunity to welcome our speakers. We all know, I've been mentioning Wale Yusuf since I started talking. Well, he's one of us. He's an IT professional and is definitely a business analyst, a business intelligence analyst, a trainer at the Brown Consultant, and also a lead power platform or your state group. I also have with me David Brown, the managing partner of the D Brown Consulting and also the lead power platform Nigeria. Then we have Donald Saka, a power platform evangelist and a principal advocate for the Microsoft Power Platform. Then finally, Foyin Olajide, a lead power app Nigeria and also a Office 365 lead at Sterling Bank. I mentioned our speakers, isn't it? How about I introduce you to the team members or the team leads of this particular group? Next slide tells you a little bit more about myself. Oh yeah, I mentioned Wale Yusuf already. I've given you a little bit introduction about him. So he would say a little bit more about himself when he's about to present. And next slide now talks about me, my humble self. My name is Adewale Adekunle, and I'm an information and product manager. I currently work with Stanbic IBTC as a commercial banking associate. And I must tell you, if you're looking for data and if you're looking to advance your career or your business, then you're definitely in the right place. Because as I speak as an individual, it's not as if I have the full knowledge of what data is about. But I must tell you, I am a serious advocate for information, and data is one of the things that's needed in information. You're definitely in the right place. So I say welcome to you all, and I'll be glad to introduce or tell you the next team member who would come up and introduce himself.
My name is Olabode Miracle, all protocols to be observed. As my boss just said, Mr. Dotun, welcome you all to the Microsoft Power Platform User Group. I'm a computer engineering undergraduate from Daduki Akitola University of Technology, Ogbomoso. I'm a Python programmer. I also have new few knowledge in HTML and CSS, which I use for front-end development. May I tell you today that if you are curious to know how the Power User Group develops and supports and improves the technology of this country, I must tell you that it has been, and I will let and loads of resources to be sent across to you in order to get started in your diverse careers, so that we'll blend together and work together to achieve our common goal. Thank you.
Good. And one of the things we need to understand is the fact that the business world is changing, everything about the IT world, even our day-to-day activities are changing. Now everybody is moving everything online. You need to do a lot of analysis to get some things done and a lot of other things. Power Group is just a group created to teach, to mentor, to motivate, share ideas, ensure that we raise new sets of leaders, and also to strategically place the country, Nigeria, as amongst the users of power apps. We can't but just lag behind and be looking. So we are trying to look for a way where we can localize knowledge, also globalize it at the same time. So we're looking at the fact that for people within the local space, we can create something good for them and then also be able to measure up to international standard. For me, I think the Power Group is a place where learners can learn, intermediary knowledge holders can actually be able to mentor them, to get their skills sharpened, and for professionals to be able to share ideas, help newbies to be able to get better. Once again, I want to say thank you very much for being here. Welcome, and hopefully you enjoy your time. Thank you.
Yeah, Olaide. If Olaide is not here, Dotun, can you take that?
Sorry, guys. Sorry, I'm pretty much sure the reason why Olaide most likely cannot join us is because, we're in Nigeria and network seems to be a very big challenge for majority of us. But well, this is also another team member. His name is Olapade Samusidin Olaide. He's a computer science scientist, an engineer, and a student at Lautech. He's a Java Android developer and a fashion. You can see from his picture, obviously, he loves fashion. So this helps us to see one thing clearly, that regardless of wherever field it is you're coming from, you can actually make good use of the Power App and as well grow together. I mean, in this user group, and we'll definitely advance together. Next is Habib. Habib is a certified logician and is hoping to be a data scientist like myself. He's worked with several organizations. He has gained specialty in logistics and supply chain management. You might also wonder how exactly can the Power App or being a data analyst come to play in his world or in his field already. The truth is, it does, because data is about everything and information is really about everything. And if you get the wrong information or if you have the wrong data, you definitely might not move forward in what you want to do. Next is Yewande Ademiluyi. I'm surprised she's not here as well, but that's definitely also about data, about connection. She's a data scientist, a creative storyteller, and she's a fruit artist, and a professional volunteer with the Voluntary Hub Africa. She's had a couple of stints and a couple of runs in her professional career. And as we get along, we'll get to know a little bit more about ourselves. And next, we have
Fizz is here.
Aziz, which is here, and he'll be introducing himself.
You need to unmute yourself, Hafiz.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, Hafiz.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm by name Hafiz Babatunde Shakaria. So I'm also from Oyo State, and I'm a business intelligence analyst. I am a graduate of information technology, BSc. So software developer and a mobile web specialist. So currently I'm the CEO at the IQ Tech and the team lead ICT Summit Nigeria. So within since 2018, whereby we train people on Microsoft products. So we do some cloud computing, data analysis.
Okay, so I think Habib is off. Good afternoon, everyone. Once again.
Lovely day.
Yeah, welcome back, Hafiz. I think your internet was a little bit off, but that's fine. Thank you very much for that.
Okay.
Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. Again, nice to meet you all. I can see we have a lot of people joining us this afternoon. Welcome to the Nigeria Power Platform or your state's user group. We welcome you with a lot of smile, a lot of goodies, and a lot of things. So before I even go to my own presentation, we have a lot of speakers here today. David is here, Foyi is here, Donasoka will be joining us soon as well. So let me just describe, because I know so many people don't even know about Oyo State. These people are just calling themselves Oyo State, Ibadan. What's even Ibadan? So I'm going to play a little video, just like a 1-minute video, just for you to see how Ibadan is and where we are planning to cover. Okay, so that's Ibadan in just 1 minute. So that's our beautiful Oyo State. So we have a lot of facilities, a lot of things in Oyo State. And this user group is not only for Oyo State alone, it's actually for Nigeria, because David Brown is here. He's going to talk a lot more about Power Platform for the whole Nigeria. So our aim is to expand to all states in Nigeria, right? So you're in the right place, like Dotun said. So what are you to gain in this user group and this Power Platform users group? You are here to learn, and some of the things that you will learn is something called Microsoft Power Platform. And this Microsoft Power Platform consists of Power BI, Power Apps, and Power Automate and Power Virtual Agent. So with this, all this app, Microsoft app, you'll be able to learn so many things that you can use to power help your business, and you can also use to change your career as well. So I would not like to waste a lot of time, because David Brown and Fonyolajide will make judgment to this. But I would like to introduce you to Power BI. So Power BI is just a business intelligence app that allows you to create an analysis based on your data, give you a very easy access to create, let me say, reason and logic to your data. So with Power BI, you can be able to analyze your data the way you want it. You can easily solve business problems. You can easily see a trend of how your sales or your product has been going over the week or over the month or over the year. So with Power BI, we can actually do a lot of things. Also, there is Power App. So Power Apps also give you access to create a app, just like a business app. So for you to be able to maybe track your product, maybe for your customers to order your product, you can do a different kind of app. And the most interesting thing about this Power Apps is that you don't need to learn coding, right? We are actually bringing up a citizen developer. You don't need to learn coding at all. By just dragging and dropping, you're already creating an app. So it's called no code, low code creating app. We also have Power Automate. So Power Automate allows you to automate most of the tasks that you do manually. Imagine you getting an attachment. You can save up 365 email attachment to OneDrive for Business without you even opening that attachment. You can do a lot of things. You can post message to Microsoft team when a new planner has been created for you, when a new task has been created for you. You can create a lot of things with Power Automate. So with Power Automate, you'll be able to create a lot of things and be able to solve many business problems. So also we have Power Virtual Agent. Actually, I love Power Virtual Agent a lot. Power Virtual Agent is very, very interesting. I was lucky to be part of Act for Good Business Summit organized by Microsoft, and my team were able to build a solution that is able to solve people going back to work with Power Virtual Agent. It's just a situation whereby you'll be able to go to your bot and just ask a question: can I go to the office? Is the office safe? And your bot is interacting with you immediately without the need of any human presence, right? So Power Virtual Agent is very, very key too, and very, very okay. And that is one of the things we'll be covering in this user group. We'll be doing a lot of Power Virtual Agent as well. For you to be able to create a low-code bot, you don't need to learn coding as well. Like I said, you don't need to learn coding at all. Just create a bot with a Microsoft Power Platform for you to be able to see a lot of things with your business. Also, in this group, just know that we have your support. Any question that you have, maybe you're trying to do something in Power BI, you're trying to do something in Power Hub, you're trying to do something in Power Automate or Power Virtual Agent, you should know that we are with you always. Any question that you have, make sure that you post it in our group chat. We have a Telegram group. I'm going to post that Telegram group to the chat maybe very soon for people to join. Those that didn't join us early, you can always join. So you have different things. We can always, you always have our support. Just know you have our support. I will not be doing much of presentation today because we have David Brown here, my boss. So I think he's on the call now, and it's time for his section. And David Brown, if you are there, can you say hi to us? Hello, David.
Hello. Hello, can
Hi,
you hear me?
David. Can I hear you, David?
Okay,
We are not showing your face.
Okay, I'll put up my camera now. I was just checking something. Hello, can you hear me? See me with all my equipment. Huh?
Let me say
I'll talk about that.
Yeah, I'm sure people can see you now.
Yeah. Hello. Bawani, Shalafia.
Fine. You're speaking Yoruba.
I will give you some Yoruba gists very soon. Don't worry, when I do my presentation.
That makes sense.
Yeah. All right. So do you want me to start now?
Yes, you can start now,
So
David.
I can just share my screen. Let me see. Let me get my screen set for you. Hold on a second. Let's share my screen. Okay, maybe you can see it now.
So have you shared your screen?
I'm just doing that. Let's see. Okay. You probably should be able to see my screen now. Can you?
Yeah, sure. Well, we can't
Great.
see it. Okay, yeah, so I can see your screen now. Let me send it live.
Okay.
So you're live, David.
All right, super. So thanks everybody, and well done, and congratulations for setting up the Power Platform user group in Oyo State. We have 36 states to go, so what I want to challenge everybody is after this, we should start thinking about how you set up in your state. You don't need to be an expert. You don't need to be a pro to be able to share your knowledge with everybody. There's something one very smart person told me. He said, everybody has a skill. And if you think you don't have that, if you think your skill is not that much, you actually have more than someone else. No matter what you do it better than somebody else. Everybody does something better than someone else. So you have something to share. So don't wait and think, oh, well, I don't think I'm that good. No, everybody doesn't have all the knowledge. But guess what? When we all come together, then we're powerful. So well done for setting up the group. And we obviously, as Wale said, we're 100% in support of it. And what we want to do with this group and the groups that are going to set up is to transform Nigeria. I think one of you mentioned that, is to transform the country. And we transform the country with technology. It's technology that would, and Microsoft have created a wonderful set of products that you can actually have a career in each one. So what you're looking at here is Power BI, Power Apps, Power Automate, and Power Virtual Agent. I'm just going to give a general overview because all of you need to become what they call citizen developers. You're the citizen developers. Every single citizen is a developer. And there was a question I asked. I don't know, is it possible for people to use the chat feature?
Yes, people are using Q&A. We already have some questions, but just continue.
We have some questions, the chat feature. So I want to ask just a general question to everybody, right? So when I say citizen developer, right? Say citizen developer, how many of you, what do you think is the most important language you need to learn? Just type it in the chat. Maybe you want to walk the whole world. You want to be like a citizen developer. You want to be able to go to China, go to anywhere in the world and work. So what language do you think is the most important? Just type in the chat. What language do you think is the most important for you to learn? Yeah, and just type in the chat. Not sure I can see chats from where. Maybe you tell me what to type.
Check Q&A.
Yes, I check Q&A. Okay, just type in the chat. What do you think is the language you need to learn? Just type it. Wale can tell me one or two responses that have come in, and then I'll continue.
No problem. Yeah.
Don't think too hard. Well, I mean, you want to be successful in business, right? At the end of the day, you want to be successful. What kind of language do you need to learn? I like some people have already decoded what I'm trying to say.
Somebody said Jason.
Thank you. Whoever said it, and you're anonymous. So I don't want to hear Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa, or Chinese, or Mandarin, or German, Spanish, French, because that's what usually happens when I ask that question. You need to learn how to code. So as kids, if you have kids growing up, we need to learn that, look, we're not only talking to humans, we need to learn how to talk to computers. Just take it that this is this computer, this is this data. How do I talk to data? So you need to speak data, you need to speak, and that language is called coding. And don't think that is a very special, so difficult. It's just talking to a computer, it's a language, right? So we need to take it like that, and then say, okay, how do I speak this language? Quite a few of us come from either the IT side or more the analyst side. I'm thinking the analyst side, they love Excel a lot. I'm the analyst side guy. And we're lucky we have someone that's very, very special. She's going to talk about the IT side and also Power Apps. So we have all these 4 tools, and I'll give a very quick overview in 10 minutes about these 4 tools and how I think you can build up your career using these tools. Because at the end of the day, how do you build up your career? By solving problems. And for the last 22 years, I think, or 23 years, that's what I've been doing, just solving problems. And I kind of tell people, you want to solve a problem, just find out what someone's problem is, and then see if you can pull out 1 or 2 things to solve that problem. Become an architect. not necessarily someone that just stands in his desk. Become an architect and solve problems. So I'm a Microsoft MVP on data analytics. I'm also a consultant with the World Bank, solving World Bank problems. I'm a managing partner of D Brown Consulting, solving client problems. So key thing is I like to come as a problem solver, and I want to tell you these tools will help you become a problem solver. So have that mindset. Have that mindset. So I'll do a quick introduction to Power Platform. What makes up the Power Platform itself, and then what's the power behind the Power Platform? What's the power? What's that power? And then how can you benefit from the community itself? So those are what I'll be talking about. So the Power Platform, organizations are bringing their various crazy shadows, coming out of the shadows really. They are connecting data, engaging customers, and driving what they call ROI, which is return on investment. An organization wants to know, look, can I have return on investment? So imagine you, this young analyst, and I'm sure in Oyo there's so many young people. I want you to think about becoming a solution provider. You walk into an organization and say, do you know what? I see that you guys are not using any of these Power Platform tools. I'm an expert in A, and I would like to solve this particular problem which I have identified for you. Guess what? You're going to get a job straight away. You're going to say, I'm solving, you can solve our problem. Don't employ me, don't solve, just let me solve the problem first. When I solve this problem, once you solve it, guess what? You have a job. So you've completely transformed how interviews work. So for me, my passion is I need to get people to get employed and get a living, make a living out of these two solutions. So it's not just about IT, the solution itself, it's how do I make a living? And how do I make a living doing something I love? And really, I like what I'm doing, so that's what I want to get across. That's what I want to share with you guys, how you can do stuff you really love. And this is what the world is using with Power Platform right now. The world is creating onboarding talent solutions, passenger experiences in airports, make marketing opportunities and solutions around marketing, making government more responsive. So government is more responsive to the citizens, streamlining reporting and planning, and bringing out new products, all with the Power Platform. That's what the world is doing. So my question to you is, what are you doing? What is your unique use case? So think about it. What are those things that kind of waste your time in the office or waste your time at home? You go to the market, you think market women can't use Power Platform? They can. They have certain things that they would need that you can provide a solution for and give it to all the millions or hundreds of thousands of market women out there. So everybody has a unique use case. So what you tell yourself is, what is my use case? And which part of this Power Platform can I use to solve this use case, right? That's what Power Platform is, and that's why you need to join a community. Joining a community and joining a big community will help you kind of learn from each other. Yeah, learn from each other, learn our mistakes and see, okay, oh, we made that mistake, so and he told us that we shouldn't do it this way because that's not how to go about it. So that's why communities are so powerful. So there's something called the common data service. So if you think about Power Platform, I want to just think about data. So you have this data in a pot, right? And we're using this data in different ways. We're adding to the data. That's what Power Apps does. You kind of efficiently add to the data and efficiently solve certain process flow solutions, process flow issues, which Don is going to add more on that. Then Power Automate. Instead of you connecting from this data to that data manually, copy and paste, you're just connecting them with an automate solution. So that process is completely automated with Power Automate. Power BI, you analyze that data. So you're analyzing the data. And then Power Virtual Agents, let's assume you've done all these wonderful tools, you've done all this wonderful work, and there are certain kind of mundane tasks that really you don't want to waste your time on. Just train a bot, train a robot, let the robot do it. Tell the robot, anybody ask about Oyo, send them this picture. Anybody ask about this, send them that PDF. Anytime anybody says this, say that. And you train a bot to do that for you while you're doing the more productive work. So that's the Power Platform. And Microsoft has really put the Power Platform on a top pedestal. Why? This is the president or the chairman or the CEO, should I say, of Microsoft. And in January 2019, or way back then, he said Microsoft 365, Dynamics 365, and Power Platform on top of that, Azure is the core of what the company is all about. And that's what the company is doing. That's Microsoft. So the Power Platform is such a serious and important tool because that's what you see. So all the nice data at the back end with Azure, it's Power Platform that is at the forefront. Power BI. What is Power BI? So you want your organization to make better decisions. You want them to be able to make decisions on revenue, cost, financial decisions, because I'm a finance person, so I say there's no decision that's not a finance decision. Maybe I'm biased, but Every decision in the world is a finance decision. There's some money related to it. So Power BI helps enable you to transform how you make those decisions by getting data to really talk to you. So this is an example of how a visual will look. The Power BI desktop, I advise that you download that, go online, Power BI desktop, and that's the interface, so that's the client that you can use to build and do analytics. But analytics can't work without data, obviously, right? You need to get the data from somewhere, right? So this is a visual, and we have AI visuals. I can give you a small demo, very short demo on AI visuals. So this is your key influencer visual in building. So the key influencer visual is an AI visual. So it does AI, you drop data in it, and then it goes and finds all the various connections. It does a regression. You can say, okay, what's the influencing budgets to decrease? Then you go through your data and tell you all the things that are influencing budget to decrease. Now, previously, it would take us such a long time to be able to do this. But this is AI, right? If you put the data, it's done all this regression, it's giving you an analysis. So imagine you're doing this in your organization and going to give your managers such insightful information, all from click, and all the engine is doing that work for you. So that's what Power BI can do for you. Detailed analytics and adding some AI to it. Power Apps, I'll just spend 1 minute here because we have the Power App King that's going to talk about Power Apps. And then, so Power Apps is just a low-code approach to building apps. So everybody knows apps. On your phone, you check, you see apps everywhere, beautiful looking apps. Have you thought, who created that app? How did they create it? And then once you think about that, what's an app really? Your app, you put in some data, isn't it? You put in some data in the app, you type something in, and then something comes out. Even your WhatsApp, which is a very nice name actually, WhatsApp. So WhatsApp is an app, right? So you enter some things in WhatsApp. How was it built? How was that built? Can I build mine? So as I said, as a citizen developer, try and think about what is the solution I need to provide? What is that problem I see in my organization that I need to provide? You don't need to be a pro developer. You don't need to be like Donna or some other pro developers. You just need to know, okay, what is the problem? And okay, what kind of solution will I provide? So as I said, Power BI analyzes. Power Apps you actually create. So you're creating that data that Power BI is analyzing. You could say it's coming from Power Apps, right? Because you're using Power Apps to enter data in a very nice structured form to eliminate process inefficiencies. So I'll give you an example. So I'll give you an example of it, but before that, it's AI Builder as well, which is kind of integrated into this. It's also integrated. So you saw an AI visual, you saw that you saw the AI visual I showed in Power BI. So you can also have AI Builder kind of connect with all the other four that I mentioned, which is Power BI, Power Apps, Power Virtual Agent, Power Automate. So AI Builder integrates this. And if you want to either do simple integration, you don't need to know too much coding, or you can do even pro development, extensibilities, and governance all through that Power AI Builder. So it's intelligent apps and processes, works very well with Power Apps. So if you look at this simple requisition that we did, it's just this could take you like 20 minutes to do, just 20 minutes a requisition. And you would think a requisition, what's a requisition? Someone in the office is asking for an IT equipment or something. You can see how we just click, you pick what it is you want, you requisite. So what does this do? This eliminates a process inefficiency in your office. Yeah, you just submit. What's that process inefficiency? Every office has this process inefficiency. And this could take you 10 minutes to build. You just simply requisite for something, it goes to the manager. Previously, you probably send an email, and then the manager will say, oh, okay, approved, sends it to somebody else, and maybe it takes like 2 days before coming back to you. This will take 3 minutes. You send your request, he sees it up on his own app on his phone, he approves or sends it out, and it comes back through that process. So you've automated the process by building a simple app, right? So that's what Power Apps is. Power Automate. So Power Automate, there are certain tasks that you're carrying. Maybe you're thinking of taking data from one place to another, you're trying to do a connection from one place to another, all that can be automated through Power Automate. So it's an automation tool and it automates at scale. Yeah, so you can automate 1,000 things at once instead of one at a time, right? Seamless, secure integration. So everything about the Power Platform is secure and integrated, accelerated productivity, and then intelligent automation. So that's what Power Automate does. Yeah, you have your end users, your experienced developers, and IT admin. I'm talking more about the citizen developer who you don't need too much coding. It's a low code, even called no code solution, as Wale said, right? So Power Automate is designed for everybody, right? So you can have a look at this simple automation, which we did based on You have an email that gets sent to you, and there's an attachment in that email. And that attachment has some valuable information, but that attachment is a PDF attachment. Right? It's a PDF attachment. So what do? Your Power Automate goes through that PDF, says, okay, it seems like from the way that it is structured, it will predict what kind of data is there and what kind of data is in this PDF. Let's say it's an invoice, right? Let's assume it's an invoice. So based on that predictive model, which comes in from the AI builder that's connecting through it, you will now say, okay, let's attach, tell it, look, there's this PDF that's attached. I want you to now send it to JSON to parse. So what JSON will do for it is just break it down into bits. Let me just use simple language. You break it into bits, and then say, okay, let me pull out the name, the surname, the middle name, let's pull out all these different strings that are inside that data. Once it extracts that data, then we can now automate the process of saying, okay, if you see invoice for this department, send it to that department. So what Power Automate is doing is automating that manual process you would have done, taking the PDF, extracted the information, put it somewhere else. All that is automated with Power Automate. So that's how powerful Power Automate is. It does so much more, but that's just an example. Power Virtual Agent. This is one of the newest additions to Power BI, but this Power Virtual Agent, as it says, a virtual agent. It's an agent, but it's virtual, but it needs to be trained by you. So just take it as just that employee that you've employed. So you have been employed yourself, but you have an employee that comes in and automates certain things for you, automates how you respond to people, and you train it. The nice thing about it is you continuously train it, and it has connectors, hundreds of connectors connecting to different things. So it's an excellent addition, and it uses a lot of AI tools as well. So that's what Power Virtual Agent is. So probably you won't be able to hear this, so I'm just going to skip this. I'll send you the link to this quick introduction. I'll send you the link to that. I don't think you'll be able to hear it. So what is the power behind Power Platform? It's data, insights, and action. That's the power behind Power Platform. You have data, you get insights, and then you take action. So every organization, you want to engage customers, you want to engage your employees, you want to transform your products, and you want to optimize operations. This is really generally what every organization does, right? So your employee signals, the employee engagement and empowering employees. So data comes out of that and goes into the data intelligence. So everything pours into that middle. You have your customer signals coming into that middle. You have your product telemetry. So all your products, I'm sure you've heard all the IoT, Internet of Things and stuff. So your products are also talking to you and giving you data, and push that in. Operational data, push that in. And when all this data comes in with the Power Platform, you'll be able to get deeper relationships with your customers. You'll be able to engage your employees even more, have more effective employees. You'll be able to have better products, and operational data that comes into the system will be able to give you more efficient operations. And this is the power of the Power Platform. Every one of those four things will transform any organization. And you having skills in this will make you so much more valuable to any organization you work for. So why the community? Why do we have the community? So what are we doing with the communities? We currently have, this is me in a Lagos community, the Lagos Pulse. So this is the first one. And you see lots of people there. Of course, we have social distancing. We've still been doing community events as webinars every single month. And again, hopefully we'll come back to more socially distanced physical communities. But it's such a wonderful thing to share. And let me give you a secret about knowledge. Knowledge is one of the only things that if you give out, you get more back. So I encourage everyone to give out their knowledge as much as they can, and you get lots more back. So these are communities. We also had, we remember this Lagos Business School sponsored one of the events. This is the Lagos Business School. We had an event. Wale and David Abu. I don't know if David Abu is here. He's one of our top guys as well in Power BI. So these are the communities. And by the way, this is the link to the Telegram group that what we intend to do really, and what Wale has done in Oyo is try and get everyone in Nigeria to contribute to the various Power Platforms, all the various Power Platform, whatever it is we're doing in Power Platform, and then let's have a hub where everything can just come in, and then we can share the knowledge on this huge hub. And that's what we have in the community that we build on Telegram group. So you join the group, and then we'll be able to see all your live events. We'll be able to stream it live on the group. and gradually work as a team and work as a huge community to really transform how people work and transform our lives as individuals. That's another group activity. This was David Abu, and yeah, and you can see, yeah, lots of people there that I know, right? So that is what we are. That's what Power Platform is about, and we want you to join us. We want you to join the community, become a member, share your knowledge. That's the important thing. Share your knowledge. Share your knowledge freely. Power Platform is literally transforming lives. I'll just say that. And all of you are the army that can transform communities, right? Cities, transform countries, transform the entire continent. So I'm so honored to work with brilliant people like Wale to see the Oyo community solving real, unique Nigerian problems with these tools that Microsoft has provided called the Power Platform. So I can't wait to see really what exactly you guys come up with. So thank you very much.
Wow, thank you very much, David. That was awesome. That was awesome. We have a lot of questions for you in Q&A already, but maybe Foyin should take a section. Then after Foyin section, we'll take all the questions, right?
Yeah, I think that's better.
All right. Okay, so thank you very much, David. That's awesome. Foyin.
Yes. Hello, Wale. Just a second. Just sharing my video. Okay. One second. Okay. Hello, Wale. Can you hear me?
Hi, we can hear you, Foyin.
Okay.
You're
What
live.
do I do? Oh, I'm live already.
Yes, we can see you. We can see your beautiful face.
Oh, great. All right. Thank you so much for having me and for inviting me.
Hi, Foyin.
Yes. My Oga.
Yeah. my Power Apps Oga.
That's good, sir.
Oh, I didn't give you guys my gist or your budget. I'll give you guys later.
Okay, David.
Okay, hello everyone. Thank you so much for joining today's session. Thank you, Wale, for doing this. I was super excited when I saw his message about what he's about to kick off in Oyo State. And yes, we're trying to empower. Like I always tell people, the Power Platform is not just about learning another tool. It's a tool that can actually transform your whole life, like right from the time when you start learning it, and just chart you on an entirely amazing career journey. So I would encourage us to stay active on the community and start to learn the tools. So I think I can share my screen, right?
Yes,
Wale, can I go ahead?
Yes.
All right. Okay, sharing my screen. So I'm going to be speaking today about the future of work and the Power Platform. This is me. I'm a wife, a mom, community leader in our Nigerian community here, and also I'm a certified trainer, project manager, and all of the other stuff you see here. I'm also big on women in technology and helping women achieve their career goals in the tech space. All right, so I'll give a brief intro about myself. So back in the days in school, when I was in school, we used to learn all these old programming languages. I'm not sure if that's still the case now. We learned Fortran and COBOL, and we're writing writing all of those things on paper. We're programming on paper. So that was basically how I started out my career in computer science, really with no direction and just doing most of the stuff manually. There was opportunity to get into a workplace where I was able to learn from the experts that were there, and basically I started to grow from there. So the picture here is me and a very good friend of mine back then in school. Now, the future of work, right? Work is changing, as we all know. And I always say that the future of work is now and it's here. The future of work is artificial intelligence, is data analytics. The future of work is automation. Everybody wants to get more done with less. Everybody wants to get to their destination very quickly. Everyone wants to produce an app as quickly as possible to meet the demands of their customers and the organization. So that is the future of work, and it's here, it's now. I'll just play this quick video. Wale, please confirm that you can hear.
Understand? No. Did you share your audio?
Okay, so I need to do that. 1 second. I think it's shared.
Wow. Okay, but you already shared, right?
Yes. Yes.
Maybe we can continue then.
Okay. So, anyways. All right. So if you were able to read the text on the screen,
That was awesome for you.
Okay, thank you. Yes. So it's speaking to the future of work, the fact that a lot of occupations are going to die and a lot are going to emerge. And for sure, we know that automation is the future of work. We know that big data is the future of work. We know that artificial intelligence is the future of work. And of course, mobile. We're in a mobile first, cloud first world. So all of this are the skills that are going to emerge and become more relevant and more important as we go into the future of work, right? So what are the required skills? Is curiosity, is learning. Now, you can never get to a point where you say, oh, I'm okay, I've learned enough. No, we keep learning every day, every time. Every day I learn something new, because that's the only way that you're going to stay and remain relevant. And also, you have to keep thinking about creative ways to solve problems, right? Like David said, you can't just sit down and be okay with where you are at the moment. You have to think, okay, how can I do what I'm doing better? How can I help others do what they're doing better? How can I solve all those problems? So that's the curiosity and the creativity we're talking about. And it's all about collaboration, because you cannot do it alone, which is why every one of us must be active in the community. You need to have a network. Like the motivational speakers say, your network is your network. You're only as strong as the network that you have. So I encourage us to be very active in this community and in the network that we have at our hands available to us. So this is the future of work. Now, how does the Power Platform tie into this, right? We spoke about cloud, we spoke about mobile, we spoke about artificial intelligence. All of this is available in Power Apps. Power Apps is used to build mobile applications and web applications also. And it's all cloud-based. And it also has artificial intelligence embedded in it. So like we've seen already, right? Then we're talking about automation. Automation is Power Automate. It helps you to automate everything that is manual. Then big data. Big data is Power BI. Artificial intelligence is also available with Power Virtual Agents, right? With our bots, because you are able to tell the bot what to do, what to say. Or if somebody types in what time does your store close, you would say, where are you, what location are you coming to, or what location are you looking at, or where are you at the moment? And then the person replies, I'm in Lagos. Then the bot can say Lagos mainland or Lagos Island, and the person replies Lagos mainland. And then the bot gives you all of the stores in Lagos mainland and all their closing times. That's pure artificial intelligence. So you're chatting and you actually think you're chatting to a human being. We're actually chatting with a system that has already been created using AI. So this is the future of work, and every one of us must be determined to position ourselves and get ready for this future of work using the Power Platform. Okay, so let me jump into a quick demo. I'll just show us how easy it is. So how do you access these tools, right? You have there are different ways to access it. If you have an existing Office 365 account, you automatically have those tools available to you. So I'm logged into my Office 365 account. I can see Power Apps here. This is Power Automate, right? And then once you sign into the Power Virtual Agent, you'll also be able to use it once you have the Office 365 so available to you. Then for Power BI, like David mentioned, you download the Power BI and you can create your dashboards from there. However, if you want to share your dashboards, you need to have a license to do that. So let me show us Power Automate. This is what Power Automate looks like. Let me start from Power Apps. All right, so this is what Power Apps looks like. And you can actually literally create an app in minutes. So what we're going to do, I'm going to start an app from inside.
I think you're sharing something else. Unless it's only me.
Okay.
I can see a slide, but I can't see the app.
You can see the environment. Okay, sorry.
Maybe you can share your.
Let me reshare.
Share your desktop or something. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Can you see Power Apps?
Yeah, you can see it now.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. All right, so let me just show us again. So I was talking about how to access Power Apps. So you log on to portal.office.com and you see all the Office 365 tools that you have access to. And this is Power Apps here. So once you click on it, it opens up the Power Apps environment. And from here, you can create your application from any of these data sources and even more. But what we usually use is the SharePoint. Let me see. Let me click on, so once you click on SharePoint as a connection, you see all the SharePoint sites that you have. So I have my demo sites. And then I can click on, say, training attendance, connect to it. So what will happen now is you get your app, like your app is going to be ready in a few minutes. So you can see this is my app already done. If you were to do this writing code, I'm sure it may take maybe 3 days or 2 days to build this interface with all of the connections behind it. But this has literally taken seconds to do. So at the back, let me show us. This is SharePoint, my training attendance list I have on my demo sites. So all you need to do is you need to create your data source. The data source is a place where you want the data that the users are submitting to reside in. So that's the first thing you do, which I've done already. I created my data source as my training attendance list. And all I have here is the title of the training, departments, and the training dates. So these are 3 columns I have here. And I was able to connect to that data source from SharePoint by saying starts from data, and I selected SharePoint here. Another way of doing it is you can come into your SharePoint list and click on Power Apps, create an app. It automatically creates this 3-screen app for you also with all your columns inside. Title of your training, the department you are in, and the training dates. So that's how quickly you can create the application. So let me play this. I come to new and I say Power Apps training. My training date is today. Okay. So if you have any attachments, you just click on it and pick the attachments from your system, then you can submit. So it shows up here. And that's how all of the other items that have been submitted shows up on the app, right? So you can click on this and also edit this item. Or let's say, oh no, the training I attended wasn't Power Apps, it was Power Automate. Then I save this back. Come back, and then you see Power Automate training. And then you can also search here to filter all the results in the gallery, and it shows you. So all this and many more we'll learn as we start our user group journey. I'm sure we'll be having sessions where we'll now go in deep dive and show you, okay, this is how to get started. This is how you create your data source. This is how you create your app and make it connect to the data source. And then we can also try it out. So for Power Automate, I'll show us a quick demo. So to access Power Automate, come to your general portal screen and click on Power Automate, and that brought me here. So from here, I can create an a process. Now, I always advise that you check out the templates first, because there are so many ready-made templates that you can leverage on. So why reinvent the wheel? So come to templates and find out if what you have is what you want to do is here or something close to it, and then you can start editing from there. So that's the smart way to use the tool. So I come here and I say weather. Yes, so I currently use this flow personally to show me the weather reports for the day. So every day at 3 a.m. I get a mail in my Outlook mail telling me this is what the weather is going to look like today. So I know ahead of time before setting out whether it's going to be a rainy day or a sunny day, if I need to take an umbrella or not. So this is productivity, not just about the organization, about the business, even about you in your own personal life. You can use these tools to make you more productive and more efficient. So this is it. So I've searched for weather. Then I start to look at the different options. So get weather forecast for my current location, deliver to my email. Okay, I think this is what I want to use. Then you can also see the number of times people have used it. So number of flows made with this template, you can see this is 21,000. We have some that go as high as 200,000 currently in use at the moment. So let me pick this one. Right, come down. Continue. Okay, so I have everything all set up for me. All I need to do is enter my current location. So let me see. Lagos. Right, come down and say, where do I put my email? Send me an email. Okay. Okay, so let me see. So let me add an action. So mail, send mail. Test. Come here. Subject. Okay. Okay, then drag this to the top. All right, I hope you're still with me. So this is what I'm doing. I want to get an email when.
Yeah, we are with you for you. I think that's interesting.
Right. Thank you. Just double checking. So let me see. I have a condition here that says when the rain is greater than, I think it's a Fahrenheit, than 20. So once you do all of that, you can, this is the reoccurrence. So this is when it's going to happen at the top. It's going to happen once a day. You can decide what time. So you can say 3 o'clock every day. It sends an email and then you save. So that's all. And then you can run your flow and see how it works. So you can see how easy it is to create an app and a flow. And I can go on, but I'm sure my time is up already. So my homework, yes, let me come back to my slide. So the homework is for you to get started. The homework is for you to get started with the Power Platform. And to do that, just go to the link. aka.ms/powerup. Please go to the link. Yeah, shared. Okay. So let me share. All right. So please go to this link, aka.ms/powerup. And from there, you will see how to get started with the Power Platform and how you can start using it. aka.ms/powerup. So I want all of us to try to create an app or automate a process before the next user group session. And I'm going to be joining in the next user group session. Wale, please, I'd like to see some of our new people doing a demo. At least show us something that you have done, you know, between now and the next meetup. So that's the challenge. That's our homework.
I've posted the link to the Q&A. Everybody can see it.
Thank you so much. So we have homework. Please, let's get started on the platform. Thank you for coming. Thank you for having me, Wale. And I don't know if there are any questions that you'd like us to answer.
Thank you very much, Foyi. That was awesome. In fact, you did judgment to Power Platform, both Power Hubs, Power Automate. I was impressed. I was like, wow, I want to be like you when I grow up.
I hear you.
That makes sense. So we have a lot of questions for you and David in the chat. So David, if you can show your video now, so I can just be reading out the question for you guys. Okay, so one of the questions, David, if you are here, so somebody said, how do I start learning Power Platform? Maybe we should take that first. You need to unmute your mic, David.
So how do I start learning Power Platform? Well, to me, depending on where you're coming from, right? Depending on what prior knowledge you have. So me as a trainer, we need to analyze you, do a small needs analysis, right? So assuming you have zero knowledge, to me that's even best. Because people with zero knowledge, it means that they have an open mind completely and they're just diving in. People that already have knowledge, you have to unpack that knowledge they have. And, no, this is not how I do it. No. So please. Just so unpacking needs to be done. So let me assume you have zero knowledge. Excellent. How do you start? First thing I think you should start from is documentation. Let me paste the link. Let me paste the link to Microsoft Power Platform documentation, right? So it's like a book, right? So you're learning from a book. Now, if you want to go learn this in depth, if you go to the documentation and start reading from page 1 to the last page, you learn. But what you should do, learn some basics and then get a solution, a small solution that will become your project. Get one tiny project. And then when you get that project, don't tell yourself, oh, I can't do it. Yes, you're going to fail. You will fail. That's the best thing. The thing is fail plenty, fail fast. So do it, practice this. Oh, it didn't work. Why didn't it work? Go and check why it didn't work. Go to that documentation. So I've posted the documentation. That's your guide. That's like your Bible. Okay, you know what I mean? I don't mean Bible, but that's So when you are doing things and it's not working, go there and check. Oh, okay, that's what section 5 said this. You can sit in your house on your own and become an expert. So that's one. Another thing you could do is go and learn from someone that really knows. Go and try and get a course or something like that and learn. That's another way. That's a bit more expensive, right? Join the community and read. Join the community and then read what other people are doing, what other people are saying, and then go and practice it because the community is so rich. It's like having 1,000 trainers free of charge. And then you see some of them that you know, like I've just seen Mike, my Oga Mike was here, right? See, Olafusi. So you see people like that and like, oh wow, anything he has to say, grab it. You see Foyin, anything Foyin has to say, just grab it. Foyin says, oh, she's doing a free something, make sure you're there. Yeah, so you'll be able to get lots of free stuff there in the community. And then another thing I would advise you to do is teach. Everything you learn, no matter how tiny, go and teach it. Right now, today, you would have learned something, go and teach it. And did you know that there's something called Power Platform? So if you have that mindset, that's, to me, the best way to learn. But I don't know, Foyin, if you have something to add.
I mean, yes, I completely agree with you on all of the things you said. So yes, once you learn, go and teach someone. That way, you are learning again. It's like you're learning twice. So you learn once, then you teach someone, so you're learning again. So you are doing like a knowledge refresh as you're teaching the person. Then also, yes, join the community. I mean, Power Platform community is amazing globally. And then what we're also doing here in Nigeria, self-teaching free of charge at no cost. So I think that every one of us should get committed. And I know that the Oyo user group is also kicking off. And Wale would have a lot of things in stock planned for us. So just stay connected. And yeah.
Thank you very much, Foyin. So David, another question for you is, what can you say about the disparity between Power BI and Tableau?
Okay, what I'll say, I'll give you a small history. I am the Excel guy, so let's say 10 years ago, maybe it's longer than that. 10 years ago, I was like, I'm doing all this wonderful Excel work, and then I need to put it in a way that everyone can consume it. I've done this beautiful report, but all I have is to email it, and email is somebody will open it, do something, email it to somebody. I'm like, can't I have something? Then I learned about Tableau. So I now went to the US, I went to the conference and trying to see how I can get them to come to Nigeria, that we need this thing, Tableau is excellent. Tableau's visualizations are super. But there's one thing about Power BI. When Power BI now came, again, I rushed to Israel when they did the launch, launch in Israel. I went to Israel, went to the clients and stuff, because I knew that this thing is going to be so powerful. Once it started, Tableau was here, was right up here, Power BI was down here. But what I want you to do is just go and type the Gartner report. Go and look for Gartner report and type Gartner report. The thing with Power BI is because the ecosystem is so huge and because the community is so big, every tiny problem with Power BI was being fixed every single day, such that every week there was an update, every week there was an update, every week there was an update. Eventually, it is now far ahead of Tableau. Now, don't get me wrong, Tableau is a very good software, but the community and the way that they update Power BI, nobody in the world can catch up. I'm not being biased because it's simple statistics. And that's why I want you to get a third party like Gartner. Go and type Gartner report. They're an independent body that assess the different platforms all over the world. And once you do the Gartner Power BI, just Gartner Power BI, you see the report and you see that Power BI has actually exceeded Tableau. But Tableau may still be good in one or two things. But when it comes to building an integration with everything, I think it's Power BI, really. I don't know, for you, maybe I'm biased. What do you think?
No, I actually think that what you said is actually very valid, really valid. Microsoft, right? Microsoft is on an amazing race with the Power Platform, and you cannot just imagine what they release. Like every week, something new comes up, and they are determined to make Power BI the best. So they are on that journey already, and they are getting there very quickly, very, very quickly. So I think personally, you should stay with Power BI.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Thank you very much, Foyin. So another question for you, David. Somebody said, dear David, the question is to know what is basic requirements in black and white. And secondly, where can I onboard to have access to Power Platform as a citizen developer? So I think you've answered that already about how people can learn the Power Platform.
I've put all the links there. So I put all the documentation. I even put where you can learn with video for free from Microsoft. Check your links.
Okay, so
and I'll put the Gartner link.
Okay, Foyin, this is for you. Somebody said, Thank you for it. What did you think about AI taking over people's job?
Wow. Wow. Yes. So the truth is, it's going to happen. Some jobs are going to go, right? Jobs like data entry, jobs like the guys that do a lot of manual things, like maybe all you do every day is merging Excel sheets. Those type of jobs will go. And because automation is going to take over. So my advice to people doing those type of jobs is to learn these new skills, right? Because the truth is that you always need a human to teach the machine. The machine cannot learn on its own. So let that human be you, right? Upskill yourself. You are the one that understands and you know your system, how it should work. So you are the one that will teach the robots, this is how you are going to do it for me to make my job easier. So let that person be you. When you learn how to use all those skills, you learn how to use the Power Apps, you learn how to use the virtual agent, the Power Automate, and they're talking about automating processes. Now, Power Automate has robotics included, robotics process automation, RPA, and Microsoft's coming very big on that. So when they say, oh, we need a robot to do this, you will say, yes, we do. And I'm the one that is going to teach the robots how to do that. So that's the place you need to put yourself in.
Okay, so thank you very much, Foyi. This is for you, David. Somebody asked, if I can check, said, hi, David. I think I can't see that again, but let me just scroll back up.
Okay.
Yeah, hi, David. With Power Platform, do you mean we can create Android mobile application just like every other Android or iPhone application?
I'm going to pass this on to Foyi, but let me just say Android is different from this is a different platform. So I'll say no. But Foyi, I don't know. Maybe there's some hybrid things that I don't know about.
Okay, so the way the Power Apps works at the moment is they have an app that is available on the Android Google Store and the iPhone Store. So this app is called Power Apps. So when you download the app, you will have access to all your applications. So that way you can't create your app as a standalone. All the apps are put in a bucket, which is inside the Power Apps app, the Power Apps mobile app. So once you download the Power Apps mobile app, you have access to all of your apps. And that mobile app works on Android and iOS.
Yes.
Okay, so thank you very much, Foyi. So this is for you and David also. Somebody asked, is Power Platform free?
It depends. So Power BI, for example, you can go and download Power BI desktop, right? If you go, hopefully download it from the App Store. Please don't download the other one. Download the one from the App Store so it can be updating on its own. The Microsoft App Store. So once you download that, you can work on Power BI on your laptop. Yeah. Power Apps requires the cloud, Power Automate, Power Virtual Agent. All of those require you to have something called a tenant. That means you have your own house. Let me just call it your own house online on Microsoft's website, right? And that means you must have a corporate house. And having a corporate house means you must have licenses. Do you get? So that means, yes, you have to pay for the license to use it. But currently it's free. I think Power Apps, you can have free licenses on Power Apps, but you still need to have already had an account. And you can't have an account, although I don't know, you could have an account with Gmail and all those normal emails, can you? Foyi? Sure. No, there's a way.
So you can create, okay, so the short answer is yes, you need to have a license to use the Power Apps, Power Automate, Power Virtual Agents, right? And you can use the least license on the Microsoft stack, which is students. The Business Essentials.
Students. I think there's some student parts.
Or if you have a student account, I think the student account is free if you have one. In the Microsoft Student Partner ecosystem, they have free accounts that they give to students. So
you
if
need
you
to
don't
be a
have
student, please. Don't just say I'm a student.
I think that makes sense.
So, but if you don't have any of those, you can create a developer account. Developer account runs for 12 months. A Microsoft Office 365 developer account, so you have access to all of this. Or you create a trial account. Trial account gives you access to all these tools for 1 month, 30 days. Or you create a community account. A community account is also free, but with the community account, you don't get SharePoint or OneDrive. You only have the CDS, Common Data Service, that David mentioned earlier to use as your data store, but that is completely free. So you can use Power Apps there, you can use Power Automate there. So those are
we have a lot of questions, but I'll just take like 3 or 4 more, just 3 more, so we can all go. So for you, somebody has, can I integrate an app built with C# into an app built on Power Apps? If yes, how do I go about this?
So an already made app in C#.
Yes, so somebody's asking that, can they integrate that app into Power Apps?
All right, so if I understand your question, the only way you can do the integration is maybe you put in a web link, you can't even use a link because it's a mobile app. Okay, no, I don't think so. You can't integrate an existing app into a Power App. However, you can extend Power App with lines of codes, right? So if you discover that you want to do certain things in your app and you are not unable to do it, you can bring in JavaScript, you can bring in C# to extend the possibilities within Power Apps to meet your requirements.
Well,
okay,
but again, I think if I may add, that app could be the beginning of a trigger that joins into a Power Automate into your own app. So maybe, I don't know why you would want to do that. Maybe there's something that app is not doing. So maybe the end of that app is the beginning of your Power App. I don't know. What do you think? That's a possibility?
That's possible. That's possible. You can embed the URL, the link to your Power App in the C# application, so that when a button is clicked, it just invokes the Power App.
That's continue the process that way.
Yes.
Yeah. That makes sense. I believe so too. So David, this is for you. Hi David, what is the relationship between Microsoft Excel and Power Platform?
This is a long question. Let me give it a short form. Microsoft Excel to me, and again, I'm going to be biased because that was my first baby. So Microsoft Excel started off, to me, the Power Platform, because it started off Power BI. So Microsoft Excel and Power BI have a lot in common, and Power BI was the start of the Power Platform. So the idea was, okay, let's try and make that problem I mentioned when I was talking. Let's try and make Excel extensible. Let's make it solve a lot of business problems that they currently have. And these business problems are going to be solved by you doing more data analytic things. And they invented data analysis, analytical expressions, DAX, they invented DAX. Then they invented how can I build a data model within Excel and all those kind of stuff. They invented Power Pivot. So Power Pivot. Then, okay, how do we clean data and all those things easily? They invented M with Power Query. So all those tools were in Excel, and they combined those tools and created Power BI. And then Power BI now continued, of course, the visualizations and everything. And then Power Apps came, and then Microsoft Flow came, which is now called Power Automate, and then of course Power Virtual Agent. And they're all so Excel is a data king. People use it. 1 billion people use Excel right now. 1 billion people. And quite a lot of people are moving from Excel to Power BI and Power Apps and stuff. So I think what you can say about Excel is here. You have Power Apps, Power BI, Power Platform. Then you have all the developers. So developers are coming into Power Platform. The Excel people are coming into Power Platform. So you have 2 people coming into Power Platform, one from the Excel side and one from the developer side. So the question was it competition question, or now I've forgotten what the question was?
Yeah, relationship between Power Platform and Excel.
So Excel is, again, the source of data for Power Platform as well. So, but Power Platform kind of was born. I'm giving a small history lesson. So they are integrated so well. They work very well together. Excel is, Foyin used SharePoint. She could have used Excel. Do you get? She connected to SharePoint, she could connect to Excel. So they do different things, but they worked well together. That's why I think Microsoft says they're better together every time. So yeah.
All right, thank you, David. The last two questions that we are taking. I'm really happy to join this amazing group. My question is, what can we get internship opportunity from any of our presenters? So David and Koyi, do you need an intern?
David is my girl.
Nice one.
David.
Nice one. No. Okay, so internship opportunities. I think what the community will do for us is, I get a lot of questions by people like, I need an analyst, I need an analyst. Let me tell you now, somebody needs 4 analysts that have HR experience right now, right? I'm going to post that on our platform. 4 analysts, they need right now, they get HR people that are extremely good as analysts, they will employ them tomorrow, right? So what the community will do for you is open up those opportunities. And you'll be able to say, okay, yeah, we know this person has attended various meetups, so definitely there's some analytic experience there. And then we can recommend you as a member of the platform or member of any of our platforms to say, yes, this person, because the key for me is not, are you an expert, is do you have interest? Because once you have interest, I can train you, Foyin can train you, other people can train you, because we know this person has interest. So for our organizations, right now for D Brown, we don't have any space for internship. But guess what we're doing? I think it's next week we're doing, right? Boot camp. Is it next week or the upper week?
Next week, yeah.
Next week. So we have a boot camp. We're doing a 6-week boot camp for free, a complete free boot camp. We do that every year. It used to be physical. In fact, they closed, the COVID happened the week we're supposed to start that boot camp.
Yes.
The physical boot camp. So you could take advantage of that. Foyin did a series of training for free on Power Apps, very long series. Take advantage of that. Once you do, maybe we can talk together we already have the platform. We will just, you'll be able to think, okay, jobs and stuff, and jobs related to data. We'll probably be adding that onto the platform to give you opportunities. But what we also want to build is you to be self-employable. So because there are plenty problems out there, identify the problem and then go and solve that problem. With your app, with your this, with your that, talk to us in the community how we can support you and connect you with different people and go and solve the problem. So you create work for yourself. That's the power of the Power Platform. You create that job yourself. You don't even need to look for work. And once you solve one problem and you go for an interview, use that and say, okay, so what have you been doing? Well, there was this problem, blah, 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 and this is how I solved it. And I know everybody here has data-related problems. Like I learned somewhere, I said, this data, that they'll just be looking at you, you're interviewing them. If the organization really wants somebody to employ you. But for internship opportunities, unfortunately not, but there will be many companies that do, and we'll be posting it on the platform from now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I think what's most important for you is to stay active on the community, right? Because I also get a lot of these things coming my way saying, oh, we need somebody that has knowledge of Power Apps or the Power Platform to just deliver this project for us. And the first people that come to my mind are those that are active on the community.
Yeah.
So you need to be active, learn the tools, get to a point that you can also train. You can also take some training sessions and help to empower other people. That way you are visible. So when these opportunities come up to, we can recommend you. But I personally won't recommend somebody I don't know because it's on my name. So we need to know you. So be active and learn. And the most important thing is upskill yourself, know it. You get, because when opportunities come, if you don't know how to use the tools, then you can't be recommended. So focus on learning, and then the opportunities will definitely come.
Okay, so thank you very much, Foyi. Just last question, just very quickly. Somebody asks, what is the difference between Power Apps and Power Automate?
All right, let me just answer that in one sentence. Right, so Power Apps is like the interface. I'll use the leave application as an example. So you're an employee and you want to apply to go on leave for 10 days. When you want to do that, you go to an app and put in all the information that you want. Okay, I'm taking my annual leave for this period of time. and this is when I wish to start, this is when I'm coming back. That interface that you use to apply for that will be built with Power Apps. So that app is the interface that the users interact with. So when you click on submit, of course, your manager has to approve your leave before you can go on leave. So the engine that runs the process, which is on the click of a button, send an email to Foyin's manager to approve this leave. That engine is Power Automate. The Power Automate is the one that's going to send that email automatically. And when your manager approves, Power Automate will send an email back to you and also an email to HR notifying them that you are going on leave. So that's the difference between Power Apps and Power Automate, using the simple leave application example.
Thank you very much, Foyin. So I think we come to the end of the session. So thank you very much, David Brown. Thank you very much for your Olajide. So my teams are here as well. Dotun, can you guys say hi to David and Foyin? Let's just say I before. I think you met them already, David. You joined earlier.
Yes.
Hello, David. Hello, Foyin.
Hi.
Hello.
It was nice. It was really nice having you guys here.
So are you in Ibadan?
Yes, I'm in Ibadan. I'm based in Ibadan.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Interesting. So my mom lived in Ibadan. She was born in Ibadan, grew up in Ibadan.
Oh, nice. I hope you're not one of those that insulted.
I am half Yoruba. I have Yoruba blood in me. So just so you know.
Excellent.
So we also have Bolaji. Bolaji work with MTN. Bolaji is also in Ibadan. Bolaji, we like to say hi to David and Foyin.
Good evening, David. Foyin, good evening.
Hi, good evening.
It's still afternoon anyway, don't mind me.
Yeah.
I'm not going out saying, so I do not even know the difference between morning, afternoon, or night again. Work from home. Sometimes we get reminded of what day of the week it is, when it is Saturday or Sunday. Thanks so much for your sessions. It's been entertaining.
Okay, so we also have Olaide. Olaide is also in Ibadan. Can you say hi to David and Foyin? Olabode, if you are there.
Hello, hi.
Olaide is frozen.
Foyin. We appreciate you. You've impacted a lot in us. I want to appreciate everyone. I appreciate you.
All right. Thank you so much, Olabode. Nice to meet you.
Olaide, I think you need to unmute your mic. You are trying to do that.
Okay, he's muted still. He's still muted.
You are still muted, Olaide.
Just click the mic icon. Network.
Okay, so some of us are not here. So these are the Ibadan people that I just met. Thank you everyone for joining us. And
thank you.
We as well.
Thank you.
Donna said she's unable to join us due to time difference or so. I think she said she's just waking up.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, everyone. You have the link.
So that means we need to say a special thank you to David for joining us despite the time difference.
Yes,
David.
Thank you very much, David.
I'm here in Nigeria. What are you saying?
David is there in Nigeria.
Yeah, I'm here. Donna, but I think we should still say thank you to Donna. So let's send her a message. Yeah? So let's send Donna a message. But at least she wanted to, and I think she's so important because she's a world advocate for Power Platformers. And I really think it's a wonderful thing that she was actually wanting to join us here. Yep. And I know she will support us in every way that we ask. So thanks a lot to Donna. Thanks, Donna.
If she's watching us now,
thank you, Donna.
Thanks, Donna. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Donna. One of these days we'll get to have you. Thanks, sir.
Yes.
Okay, right. So thank you, everyone. Bye.
All right, thank you, guys.
Bye,
thank you. Really appreciate
it. Well done.
Yeah.
Bye, Wale.
Let me just end the event.
Thank you very much, everyone.
Yeah, so we are off live.